Hello Leo, welcome. This is your October reading. This is a general reading for all Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So this is a general reading. This is about you and what's going on with you, not with everything else around you. So we'll see what comes out. I do want to make a comment that this is the second time I'm doing your reading. The first reading, when I picked up the deck, a whole other message came out. It was kind of bizarre. But what did come out of that was that if you are a Leo who has strong Capricorn in your chart, you may want to listen to the Capricorn reading, of which I still haven't done the Capricorn reading. But that was the message that I got with those cards. So I'm just putting that out there to any Leo out there with Capricorn strong in their chart. Alright, now moving on, for all you other Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, if this message resonates with you, that's great. And if it doesn't, listen, it's not for you. There's an awful lot of you out there trying to hop on that universal thread and get the messages that resonate with the greatest and highest good of you out there, those that need to hear this message. So ask the universe to provide messages for the greatest and highest good. For all Leos, I feel like some of you might be in a relationship that is going to be just ultimately transformative. But you got to put away something from the past in order for that to happen. Maybe a past relationship needs to really be put to rest. So that now a whole new beginning. Yeah, something from the past. This is really big. This is huge. Huge. But this past relationship needs to shift so that this new one can come in. So, but I do see you Leos being really bright and shiny. Like you're really being that sun that rules you. You know, so I feel really good about what you're looking like. All right, so, but yeah, this sense of harmony that we need to bring back. All right, so Leo, an ending, you know, it's a long time coming. It's almost like there's this need to really get on the same page with somebody before you feel like you can put an end to something. You know, it's like something has stopped you from seeing like potentials for the future, but yet there's something also that keeps you from moving on and away from what I feel like is a relationship, and I keep getting relationship even though I don't see that, from being who you really are. And for some of you, it's because grow up. Some of you need to grow up. Is what I hear in my head. But, you know, this ending that needs to happen, it's like this emotional disconnect. You know, to me, this is like the Ten of Cups reversed. It's like there's something in your whole world, you know, that seems to be so upsetting. A relationship. I mean, it's weighing on you. You know, there's something within the structure of this relationship, you know, that, you know, possibly has a real foundation. You know, one of these really grounded foundations. But something has gone wrong. Like, I feel like emotionally you two, you know, it's like you look at each other, but you don't see each other. What you see is what you get, you know, and it's like, but you're not seeing what they want you to see. There's just this real emotional kind of, I can look you in the eye and lie, is what I hear. Yeah. It's a very immature approach. And that's probably what you're being forced to look at. It's like, that's just not how this can work for you. So I feel like, there's a cycle that continues. And I think some of you question this journey with this person. I think at some point you have to say something. Because holding in your true feelings isn't going to help you grow. And I think some of you really need to grow at this point. There's somebody I feel, and this came up before, an older person in your life, in your world. Whose advice you're not taking. Maybe it's a father. Maybe somebody, you Leo, have issues with your father. Now it's almost like there's transference of energies between you and your father. Oh, that's a weird message. I don't know what's going on with you guys, Leo. But I almost get this sense of like somebody, maybe it's this person here, they do what they want to do. They just don't see, anything moving. Because we have two cards of not moving forward and not seeing anything good coming. They just sit back. Some of them, they're lazy. And I think there's Leo out there that wants to let go. But you're not willing to take the risk and make the changes to let this person go. But you're shining bright. I just think that you know what you need to do. You need to let go of something, a relationship, whatever it is that has caused so much conflict in the home. Because I get the sense that somebody is not working. Somebody's taking advantage. Maybe you're with somebody who's a little older. I don't know. But, I feel like they're holding you back from who you are. Maybe they try to make you feel guilty. And that's why there's been no movement. See, but you can't, it's like you don't fit the mold anymore. It's like you can't even go along with this relationship. Because it's like you can't, see how that skin doesn't even fit that line? You're trying to like make it all work. But things still aren't working. Somebody, it's almost like, it's funny, I was just about to say somebody might, some of them, this isn't for everyone, but there might be somebody else, Leo. And you're just sitting here in the shadows because you know how this person is. And they can look you in the eye and flat out lie to you. Wow. So I think this change that needs to happen for you, Leo, it's like there's a lot of voices in your head. And you need to just ground yourself. Because this is an end right here. It's like you see, that you can move on. And there's a brighter world ahead. But I feel like you've got to really, clear the veil. You got to really look at what's really happening. Because I do pick up somebody's just, they're not pulling their weight. They're not doing it. Maybe your father told you. Told you so. I told you that guy wasn't good for you. Anyway, it's got to change. But look what's coming. I said it at the very beginning. You're really shining bright. So I feel like in the midst of all of this, you're starting to really see who this person is that you're with. All right? So that's a big shift for you. So this guidance reversed. It's like sometimes, Leo, you got to listen to what people are telling you. And sometimes you need to hear some good advice. And it's just like, just because, maybe somebody makes you feel a certain way, because, they put you in your place or something, doesn't mean you shouldn't, maybe you need to really listen to that. So be open to that, Leo. I just get the feeling somebody says something to you, Leo, and, you were like, I don't know about that. You didn't want to take their advice. And I think maybe, deep down, you knew they were right. All right, so let's get some clarity on this reading for our Leos. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for this October. Clarity on this reading for our Leos. Ooh, the Emperor. Ooh, here comes some real balance. See, I think as soon as you start to get some real clarity, because you start to see. I mean, honestly, I think that's what I'm going to title this. You really start to see. And that brings some real balance. Because now you're back in control. When you have clarity and you really understand, the root cause of this disharmony that you've had. Oof, look, here comes the Empress. See, I knew there was someone else. See, the King of Pentacles, that's a married person. They offered you some love. Or maybe you saw that with someone else. But I think balance ultimately comes through. Yeah. I feel like there's this, if there is a third person, Leo, because I picked that up earlier, this person, it's going to go nowhere. And you'll regret it. That's what I really feel. You'll regret it. And this could happen after the full moon. I get more after the full moon. But we'll see. Anyway, that was for somebody. But this person's been watching you. Could be somebody at work. Yeah. I think they're just waiting for an opportunity to come in. So just be careful of that third person. All right, Leo? Just saying. Whether that's for you or your cross-watcher or for whoever's watching that. Alright, so out comes the card of Temperance. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Sun reversed. I think you really need to really get that clarity. Because it's going to bring you towards that Sun that you're not seeing right now. So this need to really see what's going on. To have an Emperor and Empress in this balance. And they're both looking at each other. It's like, you guys can make this work. You guys can make this work. But there's something, that disconnect. That's just not working well. I feel like somebody just has no patience. Maybe it's you, Leo, that has no patience. And that's what doesn't make things work. Because I think when it's good, it's very good. And when it's bad, it's awful. But ultimately, you need to really understand that, maybe what you're doing is running away. Don't throw a good thing away because something happened. Because maybe you guys can heal from this. Maybe they'll come back. Maybe you'll make it work. Maybe you should walk away. That Tower is coming. And I feel like it's going to come, and it's going to come quick. A lot's going to happen in this month of October for you, Leo. You know, because this is a real intense reading. Because I really feel like you're really, it's like if you, I'm trying to figure out how to explain the temperament of this Leo. This Leo gets really angry first, right? You're short-tempered. And it's like you have this really short fuse. And that gets you into a lot of trouble. And then you try to come back, you know, and try to make it all, you know, good. But, you know, that kind of explosive temperament is really not going to get you anywhere. It just isn't. And I think it's just a reaction type of thing. You know, don't just like go off the handle. You know, because like I said, when it's good, it's really good between you. But when it's bad, shit. Alright. Final cards for our Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Ooh, yeah. See, somebody's watching you. You're being watched. Because here's what I think, Leo. Do not be surprised if they do find out about this third person. That could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. And if you were out sneaking around with this other person, people were watching you. You weren't sneaking around at all. People saw it, what was going on between you and this King of Pentacles over here. So I'm just saying, you know, that's what I see. So I'm going to end this reading because I feel like it really kind of was a direct message to somebody who needed to hear this. You know, you're big people in your world. I'm just going to say this Emperor, Empress, you know, you're not small potatoes. You're big people. You know what I mean by that. Big people. People look up to you. You're in charge of everyone. The Empire. Alright. So, yeah, the sneaking around. I'm telling you, Leo. This sneaking around that you're doing... So many people see you doing it. I'm just FYI. Alright, Leo, you were warned. Okay, just know you're not alone. Alright, I'm going to end the reading here, and I guess I will definitely see you at the love reading for this next full moon that's coming up next week. So stay tuned, check in, hit that like button if you like this reading, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.